Yo, we back with another reaction video. We're gonna be looking at 8 rappers who grew up in the suburbs. Like, this is like, because I feel like that when it comes to rap and it comes to hip hop, it's a lot of them is like a lot of rappers came out of street stuff, and they didn't have much in life. It's like a good underdog story. People always want to hear about that stuff, but we're gonna be talking about people who had opportunity, live in a 2-story house. Like, they lived in a house. Like, that's, for me, that's crazy. But like, yeah, do you grew up in suburbs? You didn't grow up in no shootings, all that stuff. You didn't grow up in that life. You grew up completely different. So we gonna see 8 rappers who are from. It's not a bad thing. It's not like anything. But I'm just saying that 8 rappers from the suburbs. Let's go.
8 rappers who grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Lots of rap artists tie their names to the streets in order to establish credibility. Indeed, image is everything in hip-hop, and these days making music is not enough. You have to build an image, a brand which will tie your product to your likeness. This is why so many rappers represent the streets which they came from. But there are plenty of rappers who did not live the gritty street life that they might have you think. Here are 8 rappers who grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
While some of these are to be expected, some of them may completely surprise you. Before we start the video, make sure you click that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
Sub.
Number 8. Tyga. Tyga's upbringing has...
Alright. I'm sorry for pausing it, but I might pause on all of them. But Tyga is like, ain't this man claim he from Compton or some shit? Like, I swear to God, this man like literally claimed that he from. This is like interesting because like, there was like an old video that surfaced. It was like Tyga and he was talking about some like, I think it was some show. He just said that like, grew up with 2 parents. He said that growing up, life not too tough. His mom had like a what's it called, like a damn what's it called that called again, a Range Rover. She had like a Range Rover. Because like, and then he claims Compton, which is like Compton is that area, which is a like bro. Like up to Kawhi Leonard, bro. Like I can hear a lot of stories from him because I've been to Compton once or twice, but like I've never lived there. But bro, violence is crazy, like shootings and robbing and all that. Like Compton is a place where it's not a nice place to live. So he claimed, like, I don't know, Tyga confusing though, because he be lying his ass off too. So I don't even know.
Has been the subject of much debate, and there are conflicting accounts of what he actually experienced growing up. Tyga claims Compton, California as his hometown, claiming that he grew up there until he was around 11 or 12 years old, before moving to the adjacent town of Gardena. On the other hand, there exists a video from a reality TV show of Tyga claiming that he actually grew up in the iconic and affluent San Fernando Valley, with his mom driving Range Rovers and living a peaceful life.
Yo, what it is, MTV, it's your boy Tyga, aka one of the greatest. Tyga, I got this name when I was young. My mom used to say I looked like Tiger Woods. I just stuck with that. Grew up, not too tough. Parents got a Range Rover, CL600, doing it big, not too much hard.
Alright guys, let me just look up something. Range Rover. How much they cost? Damn! What the hell? 100K? What the fuck? 100K? Oh nah. We gotta check this out. Oh okay, 72K, 50K. 50K is crazy though, but 58 it's about 50 and above. But damn, 100K? Wait, no. I gotta check a Ferrari though, like. Let me check a Ferrari. Let's take it real quick. I just wanna. Alright, 200K. Okay, alright. So what's a Corvette? I'm sorry guys, but very off topic. But I just got. Hold on. Cost. What's a Corvette cost? Okay, 68. Okay, yeah.
But I'm still street.
Once the video surfaced, many called his previous Compton ties into question, while many speculated that his remarks in the show were either scripted or meant as a joke.
Yeah, in any case, it might be scripted though, because like I feel like a lot of kids would watch that show. They'll be like, when you introduce a lot of like gang violence and all that stuff, it might be bad for him. So I don't even know though. So
he tweeted about it in a cryptic message that didn't really clear anything up, and most of the information coming from his camp insisting that he was raised in Compton. It seemed that we'll never know for sure where exactly Tyga was brought up, as these questions still linger today. Number 7, Pusha T. You might think that given his propensity for bars about being a drug lord, that Pusha T represents the hood in his lyrics. However, Pusha T couldn't have been more far removed from the projects. Him and his brother No Malice grew up in a relatively middle-class area of Virginia Beach, and it wasn't until their friends from the rougher parts of the city began getting into the drug game that these two brothers followed suit.
That's the house we grew up in right here.
As an entrepreneur, as a creator, I'm 24/7 on the
I don't
go
even care,
all the
bro.
time.
Like, honestly.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a nice house. What the fuck? Damn, that's a nice house. That's middle class? Look, I'm not poor. I never had that, but I'm not poor, though. I grew up around apartments, bouncing around state to state to state, wherever it's easier for us. I'm not poor, but that is crazy. That's a nice house. What the fuck? Bro, that ain't middle class. That's rich, bro. I'm sorry. That ain't no middle class. I don't call it middle. That's rich at that point. You got a house, 2-car garage. Oh my god, bro. You're rich, gang. You're rich, gang. But you mean your parents did the right thing. I mean, so did mine, but you know your parents really did good. So did mine, but I'm just saying that. You know, damn, that's a nice house though. What the hell? He got basketball. He got a house. Dang, his parents probably bought that shit, and he got a basketball hoop, all that. Damn. That's how it's 2-story. I don't know where he. I feel like if you go to a lot of places that the home. This thing might be cheap though. It might be cheap. It might be cheap, but it's just like a lot of houses in the area might be all 2-story because I don't even know about that. But I grew up around apartments like probably 99-100% of my life. I grew up apartments, so this is like.
It all began in this middle-class neighborhood in Virginia Beach, where they had a good childhood.
Wow.
Loving mom and dad.
Same for me, bro. It's loving parents for me, but I'm a bad kid though. I'm too. When I was growing up, bro, like bro, we were a bad kid, and I ain't grew up in like neighborhoods like that though. So I always had those type of what you call it, like I say like rotten apples. I always got them around me. Like, I ain't never grew up in like that. That's crazy. I would have probably like, damn, that's good. House is crazy though. Yeah, house is nice though. A nice house. Wish I had that growing up. I mean, I guess we could have, but you know, life just goes on. We move, all that stuff. So I don't know, but
where they had a good
life
childhood.
really. So
Loving mom and
I think we
dad,
could have got a house,
nice
but
pool
I
out
have
back.
no idea.
But a couple neighborhoods over, friends were proving there was real
projects.
money to be made.
Enticed by fast cars and candy paint jobs, these two brothers began their journey through selling
There's no business like so busy. Come on, man. But I think about like I have two of my parents in my life, and my parents love me. So like I feel like that was part of the reason why like I could never be a drug. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I like soccer. I'm a bad kid. You know, I do all that stuff. I steal. You know, just being honest. Like I remember when I first met all of them kids in apartments. Right, we used to have a few neighborhoods tied up. We used to all meet up. Like I don't think about that. I have two of my loving parents, so I don't even go that far. Like this is like. There's no business like snow, but come on, man. Like, come on.
Drugs to hip-hop superstardom as the duo Clips. While their parents would ultimately find out about their illegal dealings and kick them out of the house, the two were already on.
My mom would have killed me, bro. You took drugs in his house. My dad would have killed me. My dad would have shot my ass. The fuck. Telling myself kicking out of my house, but you lucky you got kicked out of the house, bro. Like, but my parents, like I grew up in all these areas where a lot of people smoke weed and do a lot of bad shit, but one thing that my mama always told me: never drink, never smoke. It's something I never done. I've never drank nothing. I've never smoked nothing. So like, this is crazy.
Path to rap fame.
Pushy T, I
it
never
all came
thought that.
crashing down in an instant, though. By
new.
the time the two had achieved worldwide success, many of their associates, managers, friends, and confidants got locked up for their roles in drug dealing going
Bro,
down.
why
in
you
Virginia.
drug dealing if you grew up in like a middle class if you grew up in a house like that, like what you drug dealing for? Like, if you want something, go and ask your parents for it. They gonna get it for you. You ain't gotta be doing all that, like, shenanigans. You ain't gotta be doing all that.
Pusha and No Malice were lucky to not be indicted themselves, and these events led No Malice to abandoning rap entirely and dedicating himself to the Lord, becoming a preacher in his hometown. Pusha T has gone on to be one of the most prolific rappers in the game today, along with being the president of Kanye West's Good music label. All in all, it was a pretty weird trajectory for the sons of a stable household and a good neighborhood. But hey, all's well.
I feel like a lot of my friends growing up, like, a lot of them didn't have, like, I would say that, like, for me, I had food, I had electricity, I had let's say we had a computer in my house. We had one computer, we had a TV, and my mom and dad both had what's it? I think office issued phones. Like I think my dad, I don't know my mom. Mama didn't really work that time, but my dad, he used to have an office issued phone. So I would say my life was good though. I used to play on my dad's phone. I used to have YouTube on the computer. I used to go like, after my parents had done using the computer. We used to always just go share it. You know what I'm saying? Use the computer. So I would say that I probably had a good life. Yeah, but like, I got all that stuff, right? All that, like I was saying, and now I have an Xbox now, all that stuff. I'm living pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm rich. I'm not rich. It's just not, we're just not rich, but we do have stuff though. So I would consider myself rich though. Like I feel like it's all just perspective though. Like because think about it, there is a saying which Zidane said. He said that one time I was crying because I didn't have boots to wear for soccer, right? But he said that, and then he saw a dude without a foot. Like he didn't have one. He only had one leg, and then he realized how rich he was. It's just all perspective, but like you didn't have to do all that. You didn't have to do drug business. You didn't have to do that, bro. Come on, man. You didn't have to do that, man. Like you did not have to do that. That was so unnecessary. Like I guess like your project friends probably did, and they probably had to become. If you're in the middle class, I don't think you guys have to. Like for me, like I grew with both my parents. But I'm just a bad kid though. Like my parents, they both be working, and I come home and I feed myself, and then I do all that stuff. But bro, this is insane. I think my mom would be here like a little bit times, but most of the times. But like yeah, that's what I like.
It ends well, right?
I'm
Number 6,
outside.
J. Cole. J. Cole was able to turn his come up through the suburbs into a metaphor for his success on his acclaimed debut album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. The title is an homage to his childhood home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and represents a better life for himself and his family. Prior to living there, J. Cole and his mother and brother were living in a trailer park on the other side of town. So the childhood home came to have a symbolic meaning for him.
It's a decent house. It's pretty nice. Garage.
J. Cole is another rapper who gets constant criticism for being too soft, and in some ways, his childhood and upbringing do reflect that. His good grades in high school, his childhood career as a violinist, and so on. But the reality is, where you're from and how you're raised really don't have any influence on whether you...
Oh my god, my mama puts... Oh my gosh, she put chili in there. My mama, she made me... She at home today. She make me... She put chili in there. Mama... I can't deal with no spicy shit. Ah. God. Oh, well. Yeah, but like... Yo, I just want to tell you guys, my means out of my life, we were pretty good. Parents, good. But I had loving and caring parents, but I'm outside, though. Like, I never grew up in, like, okay, I didn't grow up in the project side. That's one thing. I didn't grow up in the hood, but like this is like, I'm outside though. I don't even know. Apartments, all that stuff. Just apartments in general, but.
Can make good music or not. We should all be so lucky as to have good upbringings and comfortable environments.
True.
Number 5,
loving
Travis
parents.
Scott. Travis Scott doesn't claim to be from the hood, and he wouldn't want you thinking that. The Houston rapper/producer grew up in the suburb of Missouri City, Texas, which is a relatively middle-class area, with his mother working for Apple and his father owning a business.
Tell us the at least one version of the Travis Scott story.
I just grew up in Houston, Texas, like my whole life, Missouri City. And then I left to like do this rapper shit.
He also went to private school for most of his upbringing. Having said that, he's seen a fair share of urban street life. He stayed with and was raised by his grandmother until he was 6 years old. And his grandmother was living in a more poverty-stricken area of Houston, known as South Park. It was there that Scott saw the struggles of the poor, including addiction, hunger, and homelessness. Really? It was this exposure that compelled Travis Scott to get out there and make a...
I grew up most of my life in Atlanta, so I've seen plenty of that stuff. So I already know what suffering is like. I've seen people who like this. So a lot of my best friends, right? Like I'm outside. Saying my mom come home, she got work, my dad got work, all that stuff going on. I'm outside. So we step out of my apartment, go outside the street, and then you go and be like crackheads and all that stuff. But like, yeah, that's just how I grew up. But like, that's crazy though. Like, yeah, I feel like that's true. It gives you like a lot of perspective though. Like, it tells you a lot about this just give you perspective. Really, just it tells you how lucky I'm like my friend like he never had like a dad, and it was like his mom is working all the time trying to rent and all that stuff, and I just feel like, man, I have a dad though. I love my dad, and I have a dad. I have a mom. So I have two loving parents. So like that's something which I feel like that is the most important thing you need. I don't think you even need money in life. For me personally, I'm like we never had a lot of money in life, but like I had two loving parents. So I guess that like that probably means the most, right? And we had enough. We had enough for our basic necessities, and just a pinch more. But bro, yeah.
A better life for himself. Things became easier when he moved to the suburbs with his parents, and it was there that his music career began to take off on the arc that led to the Travis Scott we all know and love today. Number 4, Drake.
Enough about the car. Let's go inside.
Jakey boy.
Adding to his much maligned status as a soft rapper, Drake was born and raised in Toronto, Canada, in a mixed family. While he lived on the more working-class West End until he was in the 6th grade, he then moved to the more affluent neighborhood known as Forest Hill in 2000. It was there that his artistic skills would blossom, first acting in drama performances in high school. While it seems easy to pick on Drake for moving here, he insists that it was not as it appeared. His childhood in the Forest Hills home consisted of him living in the basement with his mother living on the 1st floor, while another family rented out the 2nd floor.
This is the living room, and it's nice and elegant, and I kind of leave this alone. It's too much for me. This is our dining room, and here's my mother, making notes as usual on.
Yeah, man, that's a nice house. What the fuck? But one day I'm gonna get a house like that, and I'm gonna tell my mama, you ain't gotta work no more. Daddy, you ain't gotta work no more. Boom.
Nice and elegant, and
that's a nice
leave
room,
this
bro.
alone. It's too nice as usual on our wonderful fridge.
The W mama though, W mama.
With
damn, holy shit, bit stocked. Oh my god, Drakey poo. I know people who would trade Gucci belts for body bags, some shit like that. I don't know.
This is my space. This is where I live. And through here, this is my living room. I like a chilling vibe.
Dang, bro, you got them lights like on the ceiling lights? You got ceiling lights? What?
This is my living
That's crazy. I have like in my old apartment we had two on the damn kitchen, bro. Holy shit.
Going to school with the richest and most well-to-do.
I'm an apartment kid. I grew up purely apartment. I don't know what y'all live with that. It ain't soft, but it's not hard, but it's not soft either. That's just how I grew up. Not too hard, but not soft too.
Kids in Toronto led to Drake feeling isolated and was like an outcast. And he would then transfer to a school called Vaughan Road, in a lower socioeconomic bracket. You can't help but feel for the guy. In a culture so obsessed with rough upbringings and underdog stories, Drake...
I tell you guys something. You guys cannot be... That's true though. You guys have to accept like what's so wrong about having like rich parents? I didn't have that, but I'm saying that what's so wrong about having it? Like why would you have to lie about how you grew up just for the liking? Like it don't make sense at all. Like you gotta isn't that a good thing that people are actually working hard and they're building like a good life for the kids, and then people treat that as if like, oh my god, he had everything, like me, all that stuff. Like what the fuck? It don't make sense at all. Like ain't nothing make sense of that, like at all. Like I don't understand. Like what? Like your parents work hard and they did good, and then like that's a bad thing? You cannot, like, I don't even know.
Doesn't appear to fit the bill, but that didn't stop him from being one of rap's biggest stars. Having said that, what's it matter if you enjoy his music anyway? Number 3, Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty blew up with a series of mixtapes and albums that took melodic hooks and auto-tune crooning to a whole new level. But before he was Lil Yachty, he was Miles McCollum, growing up in relative comfort in the town of Mableton, Georgia. Not too much is known about his childhood outside.
I used to live in Georgia, but let me get this fan going crazy. Hold on. Yeah, bro. So my mama, she had turned off the. Hold on, wait. So my mama, she had turned off the AC because like the bill is going crazy apparently. So she's like, "Hey boy, you better turn that down." Or like the AC go. But my mama like, bro, it's still hot outside. Like it's not winter, it's not summer, it's hot outside. She put the AC down. She turned it off, bro. Oh my, I'm about to die, bro. Like I came to his house and I just got the heat. She's like, boy, the air conditioning bill coming up. I'm like, oh my god, bro. I ain't want to come home today, honestly. If I knew this, I would just stay at school. It's hot as hell in here. Holy shit.
Of the working class upbringing
fine,
he came
though.
up
I'm used to
with.
it.
However, this didn't keep Lil Yachty from getting into trouble. He ended up with a criminal record for running credit card scams out of a mall in Palm Beach, Florida, when he was 18. That's a pretty goofy way to get in trouble, if you ask me.
Oh, God,
But hey,
what the
secure
fuck?
that bag, Lil Yachty. In any case, the days of middle-class Georgia and credit card scams are well behind him now.
Middle class. Oh.
Number 2, Chance the Rapper. Perhaps the prime
Yeah.
example of middle-class rap.
I like this guy because he's a rapper and he raps about all that stuff, but he never raps about anything like a ghetto or shooting people or smoking dead ops or having beef with someone else. Like, he never talks about none of that. Like, that's why I like this guy. I like people that are honest. I like honesty. Honesty for me is like key. Like, if you ever want to fuck with me, you gotta be honest, bro. I hate
Chancellor
liars.
Bennett famously grew up in West Chatham,
It's fine.
in a middle-class neighborhood
Good.
on
Good
Chicago's
thing.
South Side. His parents both worked in government, and his father was even the aide to then-Senator Barack Obama,
Damn.
whom Chance met several times during his youth. This almost culminated in moving to Washington,
God.
D.C. for his father, to help with Obama's presidential campaign, although this apparently fell through. In any case, Chance utilized the public services offered by his local library to help cultivate his musical passion, first breaking through with the mixtape 10 Day. Born into a family of government employees, Chance has retained a political mindset, working to help raise Chicago children out of poverty and help his
The W, holy W, bro. Like, come on, man.
hometown in any
You
way
gotta
he
stop playing with
can.
this man. Holy W,
Number
man.
1, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Tyler
I like,
Okonma,
yeah, this is what I'm saying.
better-
I like these people that are honest. This is like honest here. I don't think I gotta even watch this. I already know a story though, but yeah. This is the end of the video. I'm just probably not gonna go after this, but the main thing is that wherever you come from, it don't matter. You just gotta be honest, bro. Just pray to God and you gonna make it. You don't gotta lie about like it's just like me saying, oh, I was born in the hood, bro, in Atlanta, bro. Like, no, bro. That's just not how it is, bro. You know. Apartment kid, as I said, apartment kid. Not too bad, not too good, not too good, but not too bad too. I've seen worse, bro. Bro, like I remember growing up, like a lot of like we used to have a lot of like the rich, the white kids in my school, and like I always wanted to be friends with them. I always wanted to like play with them, but like I always felt like, you know, they never fully accepted me. This is more of like early Georgia. We actually live in a nice apartment though. I mean, the rent was hella cheap. But it was nice though. Like, we were going there. I don't know what it is. Like, our rent was a little bit cheaper than everybody else's. And bro, it was in Atlanta. It was like outskirts, a little bit on the border. Outskirts, I would say, a little bit like a mile outskirt of the actual Atlanta. But it was 5 minutes away from the city anyway. But like, I'm over there. There's a kid, Will. Like, Will and what's his name? Rigsby Will. No, not Rigsby. Rigsby, that's my man. It was like Will or some other dude. And I always want to play with them. Like. And like, you know, one time this dude, like I was talking to him, and I don't know why this bitch ass whore wanted to, like, he told me that, you know, bro, can you stop talking to me? I'm just like, bro, what happened? He said that, bro, you're not, bro, and apparently it's just kind of like, he didn't ever like me. I'm just not. He didn't ever like me, so I think his friend came and he told me that, bro, why isn't he playing for me? Just because he said your parents aren't rich, and like we weren't bad, but like we weren't like him, to a 3-4 story house. Grew up in like a nice, like all that. I grew up like that. Apartments for me, normal, a little bit average, a little bit, you know, all that stuff like that. He was here, I was right here. Like, it's and he's just like, your parents aren't rich, and like, and this is why like, and like you are. He said that you are who you are, and like you are like that. Like, I was just like, what the fuck does that even mean? And like, no, I think you're talking about my race, honestly, but like, yeah, that was the thing though. Like, growing up, like, that's a real shit story right there. Like, and like, I was just like, bro, this kid never played with me. I want to be friends with him, but apparently I guess his parents told him that, like, you know, if they are not living in like a nice place, you know, because we used to have a lot of my friends came from places that are very, very low. So like, I would say that he didn't play with me just because I grew up not as rich as him. Like, he called me poor kid, whatever. I don't even poor. What the hell? Like, poor is like poverty. People, like, homeless is poor. I would say homeless is poor. Everybody else is that. You're rich. You got food, you're rich, bro. That's rich. If you got food, you're rich. If you got 2 arms, if God give you 2 arms and 2 legs, you're rich, bro. Like, I grew up perfectly fine. Rich for me. Honestly, I'm probably not rich when it comes to hella money. I'm probably not rich when it comes to houses. Probably not rich to come to other stuff, but I'm rich in the sense that I'm a normal human being. You know, I grew up in a nice childhood. I would say I had a nice childhood, not in like a nice house, but you know what I'm saying. I would say I had a great childhood. So you know that I would say that is what matters in life. You were rich because your parents. My parents loved me and they would do anything for me. They take care of me. They worry about me. Like that's how you know that you're rich, bro. When you have all these basic shit in life that you know. And that kid, he's just like, bro, you're poor. You live in apartments, and this is why he didn't play with us. And I'm just kind of like, damn, bro. Like it was the white kids that didn't like me. It was kind of racially too. Like, and I felt like there's always like the white. I come in stores, it's like a lot of black kids, a lot of white kids. I try to go with white kids, black friends, but I would say black people, they're always like, I don't know what it is, but y'all always like treated me like y'all understood me though. Y'all get me, I understand, but like apartment shit, you know, y'all understood how I felt though. Like not being able to like play with other kids, y'all understand. But I'm opening too much. That means end the video. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next video. Bye.